Good morning. Welcome back to another episode of Weekly News at a Glance. In the next few minutes, you will get to know about all the important things that happened throughout the week. So, let's start. India and Fiji signed an MOU that provides for cooperation in the fields of dairy industry, rice industry, root crop diversification, water resources management, coconut industry, food processing industry, agriculture mechanization, and horticulture industry. India and Bhutan have inked an MOU for developing cooperation between two countries in the area of environment. The MOU aims to open new vistas of bilateral cooperation in the area of climate change and waste management. European Space Agency to launch the world's first wooden satellite from New Zealand. It will be launched from a Rocket Lab Electron rocket by the end of 2021. It is the brainchild of Jerry McKinnon. The satellite Visa Woodsat is a nanosatellite which is 10 cm on each side. The Indian Navy participated in a joint exercise with the European Union Naval Force. Stealth frigate INS Trikant, which was already deployed in the region on anti-piracy operations, participated in this two-day exercise in Gulf of Aden. The other countries who participated in the exercise are Italy, Spain, and France. Fermina, an open subsea cable being built by the Google that will run from the east coast of the United States to Argentina with additional landings in Brazil and Uruguay, will be the longest cable in the world capable of running entirely from a single power source at one end of the cable if its other end becomes unavailable. International Energy Forum recently informed that India has agreed to host the 9th Asian Ministerial Energy Roundtable in 2022. The Government of India, Government of Mizoram, and the World Bank have signed a $32 million Mizoram Health Systems Strengthening Project to improve management capacity and quality of health services in Mizoram, particularly for the benefit of underserved areas and vulnerable groups. Punjab Sports and Youth Services Minister Rana Gurmeet Singh Sodhi launched a special mobile app, Khedo Punjab, for putting the sports department and all the sports person of the state of Punjab on a digital platform. As part of the Year of AI 2020 initiative, the Telangana government launched the Telangana Artificial Intelligence Mission Accelerator Program, Rev Up, which is exclusively designed for growth stage artificial intelligence startups. The Election Commission of India e-launched the Atlas on General Elections 2019. The Atlas encompasses all the data and statistical figures of this monumental event. Odisha Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik announced a new scheme Ashirwad for education, health and maintenance of COVID orphans. Mamata Banerjee launched Krishak Bandhu 2.0, under which the assistance for all the farmers has been doubled. Kerala government launched the Knowledge Economy Mission to bring the ongoing efforts to provide employment to the educated and support knowledge workers under a single program. Haryana government launched Pran Vayu Devta Pension Scheme 2021. The scheme aims to ensure an adequate supply of natural oxygen in the state. In a major boost to India's export of GI certified agricultural produce, a consignment of fiber and mineral rich Jalgaon banana has been shipped to Dubai, UAE. UP is the top performer among all Indian states in rankings given by the centre's Smart Cities Mission project, followed by Madhya Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. Among cities, Indore and Surat were adjudged joint winners, while Chandigarh has ranked first among UTs. For the first time, NTPC won recognition as India's best employers among Nation Builders 2021. It has been recognized as the Great Place to Work for the 15th straight year by the Great Places to Work Institute. Airtel and Tata Group announced a strategic partnership for implementing Made in India 5G network solutions. The two-day Hamis festival is celebrated to commemorate the birth anniversary of Guru Padmasambhava, also known as Second Buddha. The Union Cabinet, chaired by PM, approved the merger of Central Railside Warehouse Company Limited with its holding Central Warehousing Corporation. SBI General Insurance signed a corporate agency agreement with IDFC First Bank for the distribution of its non-life insurance solutions. Under this, SBI General Insurance will offer insurance products such as personal, home, property, marine, etc. to the bank's customers. Paisabazaar.com, India's largest lending marketplace and credit score platform, and SBM Bank India, the youngest universal bank, announced the launch of Step Up Credit Card, a credit builder product designed for consumers with limited access to formal credit due to ineligible credit score. India-based banking group ICICI Bank announced that it has teamed up with SWIFT to offer a facility that helps overseas partner banks to send instant remittances on behalf of their customers to the beneficiary in India. Gold loan company Muthoot Fincorp has picked up a 54% stake in Hyderabad-based fintech startup Paymetrics by buying out existing investors as part of its added focus on the digital payment segment. RBI was second only to Turkey in terms of reserves transferred to the government as a percentage of GDP for the financial year 2020-2021. PhonePe has launched Wallet Auto Top-up feature using UPI e-mandates for its customers. HDFC Bank's board approved to buy more than 3.55 crore shares in Group Farm HDFC Ergo General Insurance Company for over rupees 1,906 crore from the parent company HDFC. SBI Cards and Payment Services announced that it has tied up with FabIndia to launch an exclusive co-branded contactless credit card, FabIndia SBI Card. To provide enhanced support to the healthcare sector amid the pandemic, State Bank of India has launched the Arogyam Healthcare Business Loan. Under this, entire healthcare ecosystem such as hospitals, diagnostic centers, importers, logistic firms, etc. who are engaged in critical healthcare supply can avail loan. Financial services player Centrum Group said it has received in-principle approval from the RBI to take over the trouble cooperative lender PMC Bank and relaunch it as a small finance bank in a joint venture with Bharat Pay. Kotak Mahindra Bank has announced the launch of a new feature, Pay Your Contact, that enables its customers to send money or make payments to any of their contacts across all payment apps simply by the beneficiary's mobile number. Reliance Jio Infocom Limited, a subsidiary of Reliance Industries Limited, and Google Cloud are embarking on a comprehensive long-term strategic relationship with the goal of powering 5G in enterprise and consumer segments nationwide. The National Skill Development Corporation and WhatsApp announced an alliance to launch the Digital Skill Champions program that aims to train India's youth on digital skills in order to make them employment ready. The Cochin International Airport Limited, on the Airport Council International's Director General's role of Excellence Honor for Airport Service Quality. DRDO has successfully test-fired enhanced Pinaka rocket at the Integrated Test Range in Chandipur, Odisha. Nuclear-capable subsonic cruise missile Nirbhay has been successfully test-fired from the Integrated Test Range, Chandipur. Economic think tank NCAER expects the Indian economy to grow by 8.4 to 10.1% for the current financial year, as against a contraction of 7.3% in the last fiscal. S&P Global Ratings has cut India's growth forecast for the current fiscal to 9.5% from 11% earlier, and warned of risk to the outlook from further waves of COVID pandemic. SEBI has reconstituted its takeover panel, which looks into the applications seeking exemptions from the mandatory open offer that an acquirer needs to make to minority shareholders. The regulator has appointed N. Venkataraman, MD and CEO Deloitte India, as the new member of the takeover panel. The Tamil Nadu government has named Nobel laureate Esther Duflo and former RBI Governor Raghuram Rajan as a part of a 5-member Economic Advisory Council for the state. Former Infosys CEO S.D. Shibilal has been appointed the chairperson of a 3-member task force formed to help the government in bringing major bureaucratic reforms through its ambitious Mission Karmyogi. Varanasi Divisional Commissioner Deepak Agarwal has been appointed the first director of the Directorate of Religious Affairs headquartered in Varanasi. The Delhi government has appointed former Olympic medalist weightlifter Karnam Malleshwari as the first Vice Chancellor of Delhi Sports University. Dr. Tarang Meenu, based in Arunachal Pradesh, has been appointed to the Coaches Committee of the International Boxing Association, the parent body for boxing in the world. Indian industries doyen Jamshedji Tata has emerged as the biggest philanthropist globally in the last 100 years by donating $102 billion as per a list of top 50 givers prepared by Hurun Report and Edelgive Foundation. The other Indian on the list is Ajim Premji of Wipro. Union Health Minister Harshvardhan has unveiled Krishna Saksena's book, My Joys and Sorrows as a Mother of Special Child. Theatre personality Arvind Gaur released book Habba Khatun, written by Kajal Suri. Chief Minister Navin Patnaik released a book of poems, Beyond Here and Other Poems, written by senior bureaucrat Vishnupada Sethi. Gyanpith awardee and renowned author Amitav Ghosh authored a book titled The Nutmeg's Curse, Parables for a Planet in Crisis. Praghat Proshun, a 9-year-old boy of Tripura, has registered his name in Asia Book of Records for setting a record for being the youngest to hold the Buddha Konashan position for 10 minutes and 3 seconds. Puma signs Yuvraj Singh as brand ambassador of Puma Motorsport in India. OnePlus, the global technology brand, has welcomed cricketer Jasprit Bumrah as brand ambassador for its wearables category. Indian wrestler Vinesh Fogart has won the 53 kg gold at the Poland Open in Warsaw. The Olympic theme song of India, Lakshya Tera Samne Hai, composed by Mohit Chauhan, has been launched by the Sports Ministry. Ibrahim Raisi, the incumbent Chief Justice of Iran, has won the country's presidential election. British lawyer Karim Khan has been sworn in as the new Chief Prosecutor for the International Criminal Court. Actor Tilottama Shome has won the Best Actor award at the latest edition of the UK Asian Film Festival. John David McAfee, the founder of the antivirus software maker bearing his name, died in a prison in Spain. World Refugee Day is observed every year on June 28th to respect and honor the courage and resilience of refugees across the world. The theme of the day for 2021 was Together We Heal, Learn and Shine. International Yoga Day is observed every year on June 21st. The theme of 2021 is Yoga for Well-being. International Olympic Day is celebrated every year on June 23rd to encourage more people to participate in the Olympic Games and raise awareness about the number of sports held during this event. The 2021 theme is Stay Healthy, Stay Active with the Olympic Day workout. June 23rd is also observed as International Widows Day since 2011 to draw attention to the voices of widows, highlight their problems, and galvanize the support that they need. United Nations Public Service Day, observed every year on June 23rd, recognizes the value and virtue of public service to the community. The theme of 2021 is Innovating the Future Public Service, New Government Model for a New Era to Reach the Sustainable Development Goals. International Day of the Seafarer is observed every year on June 25th. The theme for 2021 is Seafarers at the core of shipping's future. International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking is observed every year on June 26th with an aim to spread awareness about the global drug problem and eliminate drug misuse. The theme of 2021 is Share Drug Facts to Save Lives. The International Day in Support of Victims of Torture is observed on 26th June every year by the UN. So that's all for the week. If you like our video, please don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe to our channel. And as we are a new channel, please share this content with your friends and help us grow. So, see you in the next video. Till then, take care. Have a nice day.